This hill behind my house has been slowly collapsing for a long time. People who lived here before me stacked all these branches here for years trying to stop the erosion that's happening, but this spring I decided to try to rebuild it for myself. The first thing I wanted to do was figure out what I wanted to do with all these sticks from the side of the bank. So I cleaned up this fire pit area, and then I made a rock and chicken wire flooring so that when I put all these sticks there, they weren't just going to immediately rot in the ground. The next step, I really wanted to be able to see the soil and what I was working with here, so it might seem counterintuitive that I was taking all this leaf layer and sticks off, but I have a plan in mind to help this bank be able to hold itself up. I created contour barriers, which are just these stacked up layers of fallen trees that are going to stop the water from rolling down the side of this hill. I made sure the bottom layer of each of these barriers had direct contact with the soil so that the water won't run underneath them. I needed to find something to put on this hill, so I looked into my own forest for inspiration. I picked native wild roses and sedges, both of which have really good root systems, and they're native to my area. And when I was collecting, I was very mindful not to take too many specimens from one area and disturb the rest of the forest. At this point, I was very excited that I found a little antique in the forest, and I also took a trip to my parents' house, who live very close by. Now, this forest means a lot to me because it's where I spent a lot of time as a child playing and investigating nature, and I really think this is where I fell in love with forests. It felt very special to be taking some of these from my childhood home back to my new little forest grotto where I live. With the sedges, I decided to divide them and create plugs so that they would go a little farther. I ended up with, I think, 35 plugs. Here I'm putting down some of that natural stick and leaf webbing to completely cover the soil and make sure there was some habitat still for buggies. I spaced my plugs out pretty far because I have plans in the future to incorporate some flowers onto this hill. I grabbed a phlox and 2 mayaples from my parents' forest as well. They are 2 of the most magical plants in the world, so I had to have some here. I noticed that this bank has a lot of rocks. It was really hard to find spots to dig a hole deep enough for these ferns. Ferns don't have a very deep root system, but they do have shallow roots that spread out quite a lot along the surface. So I thought this would be a good fit for this area, and it's pretty shaded, so that'll be great. Forests don't tend to heal all at once. They recover slowly over time, just like everything else. So we'll see what happens, if we lose any, if they all do great. I'm so excited to see, and I'm happy that I'll be here to help it along the way. thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informational to you, and if you're planning on doing a project like this, I wish you all the best luck. And yeah, stick around for more videos like this because I have a whole forest and a lot to do. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.